Hello, my name is Per and I'm from Nordisk. I'd like to introduce you to our new cotton tent. It's called Jarnvid, Jarnvid 8. It's an 8 square meter big tent. It's for 4 person. It is the first Nordisk tent with a built-in stovepipe exit. One of the nice things with Jarnvid is that it has so much space in it. It's 360 long, it's 280 wide, and the inner cabin is 240 long. So it is with that built-in inner cabin. As you can see, we have a pretty large front cabin. You can use it for cooking, for backpack, all your gear, and even for the stove, of course. And in here, we then have the cabin. So it's a single layer tent with a front mesh, so you can keep away all the mosquitoes. It is a cotton tent, and one of the big benefits with cotton tent is a very good ventilation through the fabric. But even so, because it's a 4-person tent, we have added a lot of good ventilations. You have a top ventilations up here. You can open it fully if you want. You can also keep the mesh. And then we have a back end ventilation, and you can operate it from the inside and from the outside as well. Then we also have added a good feature on the floor, because it is a stove tent, so you can add a stove, you can add a large stove or you can add a small stove. If you want to add a large stove, it's very important that you have between 30 to 50 centimeters away from the fabric. And that means that the stove is going to move a little bit closer to the inner cabin. And that's why we have added this feature that you can open up the floor, and then you can move the floor away from the stove. So if you want a cozy evening with maybe more persons than just 4, maybe 5 or 6, sitting here looking at the fire, cooking and everything, then you can prepare the cabin for that. But you can also have a smaller stove, and then you don't have to move the floor away, and you can have a good center placement of the stove here. And you can even, so if you have a small stove, use the mesh net here, so you can even have the stove running all night long and keep the mosquitoes away from you. It is a tent with a lot of features, also a lot of technical features. In the summertime, you can have it in a high position like this. It is 175 tall, and you have a very good ventilation all the way around the tent. But in the winter time, if you want to close that ventilation to maintain the heat inside, you can in fact lower the tent down to 160. And all I have to do now is go around the tent, adjust it, and then I can build my tent with snow skirts. So if you want to bring your tent into autumn or winter mode, as I showed you before, you can lower the tent. But you can also reinforce the tent with adding 2 extra guy lines. There's one here and then one in the rear end, so you can reinforce the tent if the wind should come. The front axis give you a lot of possibilities. You can have it like this, just the door open. But in fact, you can also roll it up to here and have a 2-side opening, or you can open it all the way up to 180 and have the whole view from the inside. I hope you like this introduction to Jarnvid 8. It is a small tent, but it has so many features in it. You can use it all year long. It's a 4-season tent. You can use it from the summer to the winter. And I really hope that you will take it in one of these seasons and bring it out there.